Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Boomin with Bella. My dog is here, Miss Nala. We are the only ones home. My parents went to the Iowa Northwestern game, so I stayed home with the dog, and she does not like being alone. So she's here with me, along with my lovely new slippers. Right, we need a name for them. What do you think, Nala? I think she's scared of them. Anyways, I'm back already! How awesome is that? In this episode, we're gonna talk about... She's gonna be so annoying. I'm so sorry for those listening. There's nothing I can do. There really isn't. Now, can you be good? Or otherwise you're gonna have to leave. Can you be good for Boomin with Bella? Can you be good for them? Just relax. Just relax. Anyways, my October faves. That's what we're gonna talk about in today's episode. Everything that I liked in the month of October, all things that kind of stuck in my rotation. Favorite drops, what I didn't like in October, tea. But anyways, let's jump right into it. Just because I don't know how long I can keep her tame. So obviously, some of the best albums, in my opinion, that came out in this month was Bad Bunny's Nadie Sabe Lo Que Va a Pasar Mañana, which I'm finally going to see Bad Bunny. I'm finally going to one of his concerts. I know this is at a time where we're beefing because as great as the album art is, I know who inspired that and I'm not happy about it. But I finally got Bad Bunny tickets and I've never actually been to like one of his tours. Yes, I've seen him at Made in America, but I just, one, never thought I had anyone to go with that would go with me to a Bad Bunny concert. Two, COVID, if I'm being frank. So I fought my demons in the Ticketmaster queue and I got tickets to go see Bad Bunny. So that will be exciting. I tried my best to hold off on listening to the album like day of because I was so mad at him that I was like literally holding a grudge, and I was like, all right, if I don't listen day of the release, like he'll break up with her and he'll like go back to being the Bad Bunny that we know and love. But I didn't last that long. I was baking and I needed something to listen to, so I was like, ugh, might as well listen. And I liked it. I really did. Another album that I really liked was Offset's Set It Off. And I hate to put the two against each other because in my mind, like, Migos should not be beefing at this point in time after what happened, which the 1-year anniversary of Takeoff's passing has passed. Rest in peace, Takeoff. We miss you. We love you. But I don't think Quavo and Offset should be beefing. I do think that Offset's album was better than Quavo's, and it hurts me to say that because I know Quavo was hurting in his album. Like, the whole album is so depressing because it's all about losing Takeoff. And it makes me really sad, and the parts about Offset's album that I didn't like was the fact that he did diss like Migos as a group. And I know that they've had some issues with the Quality Control record label in terms of their contracts and all this stuff, so I know that like Migos is associated with all that drama, but it's like, really, you needed to keep those disses in when we know Migos is over. Migos is never coming back because it can't come back without Takeoff. Takeoff was Migos. I don't know, so it was sad, but I did like Offset's album. I thought it showed more of his artistry. I do think he's a really extremely creative person and has insane potential. And I think so far my favorite song off the album is Princess Cut with Chloe. And my favorite song off of Bad Bunny's album is Hibiki right now with Mora. And then in October we had 1017 Day, which is Gucci Mane's holiday. 1017 Brick Squad, 1017 La Flare, that's like Gucci Mane Day, you know. So he dropped Breath of Fresh Air. And I have to say, like, I was really impressed by this album because I know Ice Daddy was like, people didn't really like it or they didn't get the hype behind it. I liked it, obviously. Gucci Mane could literally like just breathe on a song and I'd be like, this is so good. But What I liked about Breath of Fresh Air was that it showed Gucci Mane growing up. He's finally like rapping about topics that are like age appropriate for him. I mean, he's a 40-something-year-old man. He's got 2 kids, or 3 kids really, but he's had 2 kids in the past couple years. He's married. In one of the songs he mentions like the writer's strike, which I was like, oh damn, this is new. Like, not even just for like Gucci Mane, but like for just rap in general. Like people, like rappers aren't really touching on the stuff that's going on. But Gucci Mane has been lately, and that was just one instance that really stuck out to me. There was one song that made me sad. He was like, I keep putting out music, but nobody cares. I care. I do, Gucci. This is my formal, like, I'm letting you know, I care that you keep putting out music. I'm listening. 10/17 day was a Gucci Mane only day. Like, I'm here, and I want more. Honestly, it was a little too long of a gap, in my opinion, between Ice Daddy and Breath of Fresh Air. But whatever. And then another album that kind of I really liked that surprised me was Aaron Ray's Phases 3. It's short, it's sweet, but it's like really pretty and just like, it's a really good R&B album, and I definitely think you should check it out if you haven't already. Speaking of another good album that's really pretty and oh my god has taken over my life is Taylor Swift's 1989 Taylor's version. Specifically the 4 or 5 From the Vault tracks. I can't stop listening. I cannot stop. I think Is It Over Now right now is like, I have to listen to it once a day. I wake up singing the song, like it's stuck in my head at all times. I think had she released those tracks when 1989 was originally released under her previous record label, I don't think the world would have been ready for it. I don't think we could have handled it at that time. But she, I mean, like, she was sitting on gold. She was sitting on gold. Those songs are fantastic. Listen, I don't know. Taylor Swift, I'm like fully on your team now. Like, let's go. I haven't mentioned her on this podcast, but I've been using her music on my TikToks and have commented on her TikToks. She's responded back to Boomin with Bella. Jazzy's Constellations debut EP. I really liked it. If you're into like Show Me Love, it gives like that song. Let me get the names correct for you so you understand what I'm trying to say. Show Me Love by Robin S., like the Steve Angelo and Laid Back Luke edit. That's what her EP gives. I really liked it, so I definitely think that that's something you should check out, especially if you like house dance music. I also like City Girls' Raw. I think that they've had a lot of hype around them in the past couple years, and then they kind of fell off a bit after Twerkulator was completely viral on TikTok, and then they failed to release it like while the hype was still there. But I like their album. There's definitely like twerkable songs on there. I don't know, City Girls just gives off an energy that I really do enjoy, so I did enjoy listening to their album. And I will be honest, I haven't listened to Drake's album yet, For All the Dogs. I've been meh about Drake for, I want to say about a year now, since Her Loss came out. Listen, I'm team Meg Thee Stallion. You cannot convince me otherwise. And when he dissed her, I was like, why? It's not even like your beef, your drama, like stay out of it. And like, when was the last time he worked with that little man? So what was the need? What was the reason? And then I went to his concert because I did want to see 21 Savage, and I've never seen Drake live, so I was like, you know what? He's gonna play like a bunch of his older stuff too, and stuff from Certified Lover Boy. Like, I'm gonna go to this tour. I'm gonna get like nosebleed tickets and just go. Right? And I thought I was gonna like leave. Like, people were saying it was great, they loved it, they had the time of their lives. I did not have the time of my life. I had more fun at the pregame than I did at the actual concert. He didn't really do much. He just kind of ran in circles, would sing a few words into the microphone, then pant out of breath, and then kind of keep running. And like the most that he would sing was one of the songs where it's like, you know what is calling my name. And I was just kind of like, really? That's the song you're gonna sing? It's like, for real? I don't know. I heard more come out of 21 Savage's microphone than I did Drake's. And I get the whole point of like the DJ break set to play like a mix of songs. But then if you're not gonna perform those songs, why even do that? You know? And I know he said those like to give that kind of like club atmosphere, whatever. Do you know how many people that like got up and went to the bathroom or like got up and got a drink at that point? Like, no, that's not what we're at the concert for. And I didn't really understand the theme. I know he was talking to like younger Drake, but then there was like all these random balloons and blow up things that like came out that had nothing to do with younger Drake. So that's just, I was just a little confused. But the DJ though, like he was fire. Whoever he is, like send me your SoundCloud. I want to listen to more of your stuff. I just would have preferred to hear that at like a club in Brooklyn versus an actual Drake concert. But yeah, and then I heard he dissed Rihanna on this new album, and I was like, really? Really? Why? Girl is practically married, a billionaire, has 2 babies, hasn't released music in years. Your name is not in her mouth, so why is hers in yours? That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say about For the Dogs. I mean, honestly, and I haven't really heard people like come out and say that there's like really good songs on the album. I heard that the song with SZA is trash, which is sad because I do love SZA. I listened to a snippet of the song with Bad Bunny, but honestly Bad Bunny carries and Drake should never sing in Spanish. I don't know how you lost it from Odio with Romeo Santos to that. Like when he did Odio with Romeo Santos, like it was cringy, but it wasn't as bad as this was just like straight up like, no, just don't speak our beautiful language. It's supposed to be like romantic. Don't. Drake, I don't want to hate you. I don't want to say bad things about you, but I said I was going to be real. So I'm being real. Moving on, just general albums on repeat for me this month. We have Bichota Season by Karol G. Never thought in a million years that would happen. I was a Karol G hater. Not really a hater. I was upset with Karol G after the whole Bichota drama controversy. Because I was like, listen, I'm going to be on the side of Puerto Rico. But I have started to forgive her because honestly, I'm not a native Puerto Rican. It's not really my grudge to hold. But she kind of won me over with Mañana Será Bonito, and now Bichota Season is like, I can't stop. And even though Bad Bunny dissed her, I did see a tweet that was like, check your girl before you check ours, and it was a picture from that certain tequila promotion commercial. And I stand with that. I agree, he should check his girl before he checks ours. But Bichota Season, Okie Dokie, Una Noche de Medellín, the one with Peso Pluma and Quevedo, obviously. Kali Uchis, like there's so many good features on the album too, and I can't stop listening. She got me with that one. So did Leon Thomas III with Electric Dusk. Guys, I swear to God, if you don't listen to Leon Thomas III's music, like I don't know what I can do for you because he's amazing. Not only has he been behind most of like our favorite songs, or most of the songs that like you love or like are on the radio, whatever. He's a writer for SZA, he's a writer for Drake, etc. He's got an incredible pen, but then he's finally putting out music he's finally putting out music himself, and it's so good. Like the album is like an album should be. There's like a whole consecutive start to finish. An album that you shouldn't start shuffling. You should hit the play button first and listen to it the way that it was like, you know, ordered. But it's really good. I like it a lot. Same with Victoria Monet, Jaguar 2. I know All My Mama is like a hit, but also alright. But so is like Smoke, Party Girls, Cadillac, A Pimp's Anthem. Like I freaking love this album. And Victoria Monet is a performer. I'm obsessed with her. If you like go on TikTok, her baby daddy like always posts videos of their adorable daughter Hazel. Like I'm obsessed with her. But like there's so many behind the scenes videos that she posts or that he posts of her, and just like so many of her performances like come up on TikTok. Like she's killing it, and I'm sad I slept on that tour when she was here in New York. Burna Boy, I told them I am so upset that he canceled his tour stop here in Jersey because I was so excited to go. I watched the Apple Music kind of clip of him performing his last album at Citi Field, and the way that I was like actually looking at tickets, and I was like, listen, they're cheap, like I should just go, but then I was away and I couldn't go, and it was like this whole thing, and I was literally so mad that I didn't end up going because that concert just looked fun. I swear I have not seen a concert look that fun since Un Verano Sin Ti, and I was like ready to be a part of the fun, but he's canceling his Jersey stop, which is so sad. But I told them it's a great album. I liked that it was kind of like a new concept for him. He was sampling more, so I liked it a lot. My favorites were Tested, Approved, and Trusted, Normal, On Form, Big Seven, Thanks, and Taliban's 2. And then Cleo Sol. If you don't know who Cleo Sol is, you should definitely check her out, especially if you're like in for a more like chill neo soul type of vibe. She released both Gold and Heaven, and those are both great albums. Like, don't need to shuffle them, don't even need to like really like think too much about them, just like turn them on and play and you'll feel like ethereal. That's what she is for me. She's like ethereal. And Tina Shea dropped BB/Angel, or Baby/Angel, just clicked in my head, which I actually did really like. That has songs like Needs, Treason. It's quick, it's only 7 songs in length, has Talk to Me Nice, Gravity, None of My Business. Like I really like that one. And then Bia with Really Her, the International Deluxe. I liked just Really Her in general. Fallback spoke to me. But the International Deluxe I really liked because she had different styles of music on there. Chiquita was Dembao. She had like features like Gigs, 504. It was just like really cool. And then Fade has won me over. Fade has completely won me over. I did a Peloton ride where he like was a special guest, and they were doing a listening party of his album More No Le Temas a Oscuridad. And I, one, obsessed with him. Like, he's so goofy. I loved it. 2, the album, just, I can't stop listening to it, I think. It's just amazing. My favorite, Vente Conmigo, Niña Bonita, Ferxo 151, Bubalu, Ritmo de Medallo, Luces de Tecno, A Chori, Románticos de Lunes, and Ferxo 30. It's just like, I'm obsessed. I'm also mad that I missed out on his tour when he was here and on the East Coast because it was just so good. So good. So unbelievably good. Some singles that I've been into. We have Candle Flame by Jungle. I've posted a TikTok on that on the Boomin with Bella account, so you can go hear a snippet of it there before you invest. Ease Up by Noso Amadi. Love that song with my whole heart. I think that's been a repeat for like 2 months now. Cuerpo a Cuerpo by Wisin and Omar Courtz. Omar Courtz, listen, I don't know you, but you have gotten some big names to collab with you, so I think you're gonna be something. So I'm keeping an eye out on you, and I think you guys all should too. He's up to something. He has something up his sleeve, and they're all kind of seeing something in him, so I think he's gonna be huge. This has been like my Peso Pluma month as well. So we have X Special with J. Cole. That was another big one. Honestly, I just have a Peso Pluma playlist on Spotify that you can check out if you really want to see what I've been listening to from him, because I've had moments where it's like I can only hear his voice. That's all I need right now. Gone by Kiana Lady and Bryson Tiller. Obsessed. I listen to that song once a day, I think. Not even gonna front. Me and You by Thames. Song is beautiful. Thames' voice is like literal butter in my ear. Obsessed with it. 444 by Emmy Seacrest. I like that one a lot. Kind of gives reminiscent of like Keisha Cole, Alicia Keys, Jordan Sparks maybe, and like the 2000s. So that's a good one. Hold up. Okay, sorry YouTube, I ran out of battery on my camera and I don't have time to like go charge it and come back. To continue where my camera died off, because it was Gucci Mane month, Speaking in Tongues, which is like literally 40 seconds long, but it's so good. His verse, whatever he says in those 40 seconds, absolute fire. Big FU, which just came out by David Guetta, Era Star, and Lil Durk, fire. Love that song already. 10 by Fred Again and Jazzy. Obsessed with that song. I've posted it on TikTok and Instagram, I think twice now. It was a song that like I posted and my brother texted me and he was like, good pull. Bad Intentions by Yuna also just dropped, fantastic. De Mata by Kali Uchis, another one I'm really excited for her upcoming album. Mona Lisa by Loj and Stars, along with Cough by Kiz Daniel. I have been listening to the original and the remix with Becky G like daily. Love those songs. The This Year remix, Victor Thompson featuring Gunna, that went kind of viral on TikTok. It was Gunna singing Afro beats and the audience was blown away. It was got huge traction on TikTok, so they finally released the actual song. Love it. I would love to see Gunna on more Afro beats. And then Pretty Girl with Ice Spice and Rima. It's short and sweet, like little pretty bop. I loved it and I watched the music video and I think Ice Spice is like literally me and I love her. Anyways, I really like that song. I've been listening to it a lot as well. I've been listening to all these songs a lot, so just know if I'm mentioning them, like probably listen to them already like 3 times a day. And just to make sure I didn't miss anything, I'm going through my 2023 playlist on Apple Music. I update it faster on Apple Music than I do Spotify. Just if you're curious. Yeah, Tina She's album is on here. Cleo Soul, Bia, Fercho, Thames, Jazzy. Oh, Pitbull also released an album in October. It wasn't bad, but nothing Pitbull ever puts out is ever gonna top 2010 Pitbull. And I've just made my peace with that. There were some good songs on the album that I was like, all right, I could play this, like I could sneak this into an aux at a party or something. After I found out Drake dissed Rihanna, because those albums came out the same day, I gave Pitbull's a stream. I was that petty. Yeah, Offset's album, City Girls, Aaron Ray's album. Oh, this one song, this one single, Let It Burn by Shabuzi. I saw a TikTok where it's like, I say I don't like country, but then I hear this song and it makes me like country. Go listen to Let It Burn by Shabuzi. He's a new up and coming artist. I think he has huge potential to be like the next Darius Rucker, but like with a more modern twist, I guess, because he does like rap a little bit, but it's still country. So I've been listening to his song, honestly, 3 times a day, depending on like how stuck in my head it is, but it just like scratches an itch for lack of better terms. Oh, also I've been listening to this single Crush by Divi and Sky. Really like that as well. Taylor Swift. Brent Faiyaz also dropped an album this month. I have been listening to that as well. Larger Than Life. That was a good one. I don't really have a favorite from it yet. It was dropped like literally 3 days before October ended. But it was good. It's good. Mariah the Scientist also dropped an album on the same day. I haven't given it too many listens, but I did like it. I know like she's hit or miss with her audience. People don't really like her. They do like her and it's just whatever. I like her. I like her music. But yeah. Oh, and another song that I really have grown to love, or not grown to love, because I liked the whole Tori Kelly EP in itself, but the Missing You R&B edit by her, I love. There's a song on that EP that just like gets my attention like every month, and I just love it even more. But so what I put on my story is I asked my followers on Instagram for the songs that they've been listening to like on repeat in the month of October, and it didn't have to be songs that were just released in the month of October. Obviously, obviously some of the songs that I've mentioned were not released in the month of October. But so here's what some of them said. So we have Kickback by Omar Apollo, The Puppet by Galimosa. Forgive me for wrong pronunciation, but I just wasn't sure. We have an answer that was just Bad Bunny, which valid. Totally fair. I'm there with you. Te Mata by Kali Uchis. We got that twice. Mojavigos, which is Bad Bunny and Tiny. Another good one. And then Is It Over Now by Taylor Swift. Yes, 1,000%. I think that'll carry into November for me personally. And then 3D by Jungkook. I believe that's also with Jack Harlow. But yeah, those were my October faves, your October faves. And if you want to participate in next month's November faves, make sure to follow me on Instagram at Isabella with 2 A's, Lainez, so you don't miss that question and answer sticker next time I post that at the end of the month. And on Twitter at Bella Lainezxo, just to stay up to date with everything else going on, all my other music taste, all my other comments that I have to say, stuff like that. And then the TikTok, that is at boominwithbella. I've been posting song of the days. I've been posting some like hidden gems that I found as I'm like reorganizing my playlists. So definitely go check that out. All that is there for you. And at the Twitter and Instagram, there's a link in my bio that'll take you to literally every other link that you could possibly need to find anything Booming with Bella related. There's also a link that has promo codes available for you guys at a couple brands. I've been given some promo codes for you guys to use. You get a percentage off if you use my code. So that's there for you guys. So you don't have to search my Instagram highlights or anything. It's just right there for you on a doc that I will continue to update as more come in. But yeah, check out the blog, check out the website, email me. I'm open to also having more people come on the podcast, doing interviews. So you can either DM me if you want to get in contact about that, or if you have an artist that you think I should check out and talk about and listen to, or that you think would benefit from exposure on my podcast, let me know. Or you can email me at boomingwithbella@gmail.com. Both of those work. I don't know which one I would respond to first. I'm pretty slow with everything, so forgive me. And don't forget to also go to the YouTube and subscribe. There's always a little something extra for the YouTubers, as it is video versus just audio. So like you'll actually get to see my dog, who is making all the noise behind me in today's episode, on the YouTube. So you can go ahead, click subscribe, give the videos a like. Please like and rate the audio formats wherever you find them as well. And thanks so much for tuning in. I'll be back soon. I'm excited. This is a quick turnaround for me, and I am gonna keep this momentum going. I'm feeling inspired. Anyways, talk to you guys soon. Bye.